Bear in Acadiana is
Ollie Bear.
Welcome back. It is 7:50 this morning. You may not know much about the Louisiana Orphan Train Museum. It remembers orphans who actually were brought to Opelousas over 100 years ago.
Well, it is a very compelling story. We've heard a lot about it this morning. It's also now a documentary. We're going to send it to Al Hebert, who just finds friends of the show everywhere he goes. Al, good morning.
Hey, good morning, Alex. Who's with us? Our medical editor, Dr. Jon Liprie.
Good morning, guys.
And we're back in 1861. Look, a rib spreader. And who doesn't love baby back ribs? And this poor guy did not make it. John, 1861. Look at you. I love the outfit.
So, you know, this is our 200th year bicentennial for Lafayette. Got me thinking about some of the old diseases, some of the older medicine, how it relates to the future. 1861. Right? Years before germ theory. So we had epidemics all over the place.
So were they even aware of germs back then?
Absolutely not. Again, not until 1861, we thought microbes, these invisible things, caught disease, but really didn't believe it. It didn't catch on. Smallpox, cholera, yellow fever. These are huge epidemics.
Were they still using leeches in 1861?
Absolutely. Leeches and bleedings and cutting holes in skulls and all kinds of terrible things.
So if a patient were to come to you in 1861, they've got a fever, would you just pop some leeches on, or how?
Oh, absolutely. I'd probably bleed you, give you a couple of leeches and some really herbs and berries and things, right? Antibiotics not till 1943.
Geez, so I mean, you could like cut yourself and die, couldn't you?
Oh, absolutely. With these plagues, the mortality was 60%. 60% of the people that caught them died.
So, like, if we're waiting like an hour in a doctor's office, right? I mean, that happens sometimes.
Yeah, sometimes.
We shouldn't whine too much about it, because at least you wait an hour, you're not going to have leeches all over your face, right?
Oh, absolutely. Now these things are rare. These kind of diseases, yellow fever, less than 3% of the world, and quite curable, or quite treatable.
So when people would get this in 1861, how did you treat them?
So, again, antibiotics were 80 years in the future, right? So it was really supportive care, berries, herbs, that kind of thing.
How effective is that?
Oh, not at all.
Not at all?
No.
So honestly, you could go get your 5-pound bag of frozen blueberries over at Sam's, and they would give you that, and you would die eventually. So was it mostly just kind of watching and waiting for people to die?
Absolutely. And can I tease my story?
Tease your story.
All right. Well, coming up, we're going to do a series of stories about medicine. We're going to look at past problems and modern solutions, all to celebrate our bicentennial.
I love that. Lafayette, he's always thinking ahead. Here he is in 1861, thinking ahead all the way to 2023. Hey, we're going to go back to you in the studio, more of this great show, and we'll talk more about leeches, later on.
Hey, and we'll have Dr. Liprie on the show tomorrow morning, so for better health. Thank you, Al.
Maybe you could leave the rib spreader
I'll get him to bring
there,
some
though.
leeches.
Yeah, the rib spreader just really threw me. Anywho, thank you guys. Oh gosh. Oh.
All right.